Everyone. Happy Monday. Hello, hello. How are we all doing today? How was everybody's weekend? Oh, it's good to see all of you in here. Petal, thank you so much for redeeming first. Hello, River. Hello, Toots. Hello, Petal. How are we all doing today? I am glad that you got your glasses and that you can see, Toots. This is a good thing. Yeah, so how's everybody doing? Petal, you're not doing too bad. Glad to hear it. River is not too bad. That's kind of how I feel, like not too bad. Yeah, it's Monday, right? We're just kind of like getting back into the swing of things. And thank you. I think I saw. Thank you, Petal, for contributing to the Potato Quest Community Challenge, and River as well. And Petal, a 30 stream watch streak. That's a lot of streams. Every single time. I appreciate you so much. I feel like that needs a hype, to be honest with you, because like that's a lot of streams. You got your name back on Twitch. Woo! And I see that River has updated their name. Love that for you. And thank you, Toots, for contributing to the Potato Quest Community Challenge as well. How are we all doing? Yeah, it's Monday. I do like it. I like it. I think it's a good one. And I will not call you random things now. I will actually remember to call you River when I see your name. Like, my brain does a pretty good job of, like, going, okay, River. But it's not always the, like, it's not always getting there. It's like the brain just doesn't get there sometimes. But how are we all doing? How was everybody's weekend? We had a very low-key, chill weekend. We didn't really do anything, which was needed because the boy wasn't feeling well and the daughter was not feeling amazing either. So we just kind of like stayed home and didn't really do much of anything. We just kind of like puttered around the house and did that sort of stuff. So it was very needed. Oh, you plays if you want. They are doing better, yes. My daughter feels like, and I get this because like I felt like this for a few weeks too, where like she feels like she's teetering on the edge of getting sick, but she's not like actually sick. And she's kind of felt like that for a couple of weeks now. And I totally get that, where you kind of almost feel like, can I just get sick already and get over it? You don't want to be sick, obviously, but like sometimes you just like want to get through that. Thank you, River. And the boy is feeling better. He was back at school today. I think he just really needed to kind of like rest and decompress as well. But he is feeling better too. I call him the boy, but like it occurs to me that he is like very much growing into a man and is not so much a boy anymore. You just feel, yeah, and I think that's kind of how she feels too, like just kind of run down and just kind of like bleh. I'm kind of feeling like that today as well. I did not sleep well last night. Rasand is here. He's laying on the bed. I don't have the cat cam set up because my son is home and he's using it. So yeah, he is here on the bed. He was a butthead earlier because that's usually what he is. He's cute, but he's a butthead sometimes. But yeah, he is here. He will always be my baby, even when he is 30. Yes. He is, yeah, he's definitely like growing into a man. And it's a little unsettling sometimes because I look at him and I'm like, I have like a grown-ass man living in my house. Like, because he's taller than me now, and it hit me last week because we got an email from the principal of the high school for like a parents meeting for incoming freshmen because he'll be in high school next year. And it like hit me that in just over 4 years he's going to be graduating. And I was like, oh, whoa, hold on, wait, stop. And then, like, so he's been swimming a lot, right? Because he's a swimmer. And So one of the great things about having kids do aquatic sports is that they really don't think twice about like walking around in like a bathing suit, right? So he doesn't think twice about walking around without a shirt on. And my daughter doesn't think twice about walking around in her bathing suit. And I love this for them, right? It's just like body image isn't an issue because that's pool deck culture. You just get used to it. So you're good. So he's always been like the kid that like lives in his underwear. Like ever since he was tiny, that was like he just never wore clothes. But like it hit me too that like he's actually like getting like pecs and like biceps, and I was like, what is this? What is this, my child? Like very like, I don't know. It's a little it just kind of throws you sometimes. Last night you stayed up to the butt crack of dawn. Have been very sluggish. Yeah, I feel that. I didn't sleep well last night at all. So I play WoW. Most of you know that, but some of you may not. I play WoW, and I play retail WoW, so I'm not playing in like the classic stuff. So I'm in a guild, and we raid Sunday evenings, which is not necessarily like the best for like going to bed on Sunday night. And we're working on progression on this one boss, and we have like close to 30 people in our raid, and it is one of those bosses that like the more people you have, the worse it is. So I kid you not, we wiped on this boss for 2.5 hours. It was so frustrating. And I'm a healer, and I'm like, I cannot possibly heal anymore. Y'all just need to do mechanics. And if you were in Speckle's stream, you all know that Saturday in our dungeon run, that also did not go well because people can't do mechanics. It was a very frustrating WoW weekend. You didn't sleep good either. It could have been the moon. No, Hentai is not in my WoW guild. I actually don't play with Hentai. I actually don't play with any of these people. Like any of my Sims people. In WoW. I play WoW with he's a really, really good friend of mine. He is my best friend as well as Speckle, but he is my best friend in a very different way than Speckle is. He is very, very dear to me. We've been friends for about 10 years. We met actually playing another MMO, and he asked me to come play WoW with him, and I did. And so I play with him, basically to spend time with him. And so that's why I play WoW, and that's who I play WoW with. And this is a guild of people that he has known for a long time. And so he had me come play with them. But they're wonderful people, right? They're all very, very lovely, lovely people. But a lot of them can't do mechanics, and this is a very mechanic heavy fight. It was like really painful. So I didn't sleep very well because I was like keyed up from that. And then I got up to go to the bathroom. Like I was finally like starting to feel like, okay, I could go to sleep. But I had to use the bathroom. I got up and then I could smell smoke. So then I was like, why can I smell smoke? So I go on this like hunt to try to figure out what the smoke is coming from. Turns out somebody was burning something outside at like 1 o'clock in the morning. That was delightful. So it's just been... So I did not sleep well. That's my very long-winded story. A little bit of my frustration with playing WoW and people burning things in the middle of the night. Okay, I hope your cushion change is good. And welcome back. Yeah, I've just been like... I've just kept babbling about the WoW situation. So yeah. Speckle from CSR. What's CSR? Sim Michelle! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you all. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for that raid. How are you? How was your stream? Let's get a shout out for Sim Michelle. We went and raided Sim Michelle, and they play this. I can't do shout outs apparently. Let me try this again. Um, thank you for, you're building like a land grab centered like save file, right? If I remember correctly. But tell me, how was your stream? What all did you get up to? There we go. There we got the shout out going. And thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. I appreciate it. You only stream Sims, but you're also a Lotro fanatic. Love Lotro. Love Lord of the Rings. Love Tolkien. Welcome in. Oh, Car Speckle. Got it. So for those of you who are joining, my name is Hethwyn, and I stream a lot of different things lately, but today we're playing The Sims. We just are getting started, so you haven't missed anything. We're just kind of catching up on our weekend. I use she, her pronouns, and welcome in. And you have a land grant center world, but you were finishing up a bunch of challenge. Good things to finish. Nice, nice. Yeah, because I think when we rated you were building like an airport or something like that, which I love. I think that's hilarious, and I think that's awesome. What challenges were you finishing up? Yeah, it was an airport terminal. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it is good to finish things. I am terrible at finishing Sims challenges. Legacy challenges, I have started so many and like finished none of them. Wednesday, you start a sim version of Tar Pits. The Grabrea Tar Pits. I love that. Are you gonna try to put in the giant dinosaur? Because isn't that like a thing with the La Brea Tar Pits? And there like dinosaurs there? Am I making that up? You are gonna try to put them. Perfect. Are you gonna, is it gonna be in Oasis Springs? Okay, River, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate it. Oh, you're driving home after running errands. Okay, drive carefully. We'll see you more when we get home. Yeah, okay, all right. I've never actually been to the La Brea Tar Pits, so, but I remember like seeing them in like TV shows and movies and stuff, and thought that that's where I remember seeing them. But yeah, welcome in, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for bringing your community over here. That's so kind of you. And I need to like get like a little, I keep saying I'm gonna like make a little like video like intro thing for my stream, but I forget to do that. I have too many other things going on in my brain. I keep forgetting. I need to do that though. But if you need to take off and de-stream and do whatever you need to do, by all means, raid and run if you have to. So yeah, feel free to go and do that. You haven't done one either, and you just had your 6th stream anniversary. Okay, I don't feel so bad then. I keep saying, like, I've got all of these clips that I should just, like, use them with my clips. And I keep forgetting to do it, right? Because it's just everywhere else. I know, there are. There are great clips. I just have to sit down and actually put them all together. Where is the time? Where is the time? It's not here. Yeah, so we've just been kind of catching up with our weekends. I was lamenting, I also play WoW. I was lamenting some of my WoW frustrations from the weekend. And then we were all saying nobody really slept all that well last night. I don't know, did you sleep, Speckle? Because we didn't sleep very well last night. But today, okay, so we'll talk about what we're gonna do today. So I let my chat vote in Discord. Perfect. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for lurking, and I hope your D-stream goes well. And thank you again so much for stopping in and for that raid. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hello, Squishy. Welcome in. How are you? So I let my Discord kind of vote and decide what we were gonna do today. I've not really been in the most simmy mood, so we've been doing a lot of other things on stream. But chat Discord wanted me to play The Sims, so we're gonna play The Sims, and I'm gonna start. We're working on getting a decades save set up, and I have done a lot of work off stream. So I thought we could continue working on that today, and we'll kind of figure out what all that's gonna look like. I don't even know for sure. So we're gonna be working on some of that stuff in The Sims. And Taya and you were up very late on the Minecraft server for tonight, but you slept until about 10:30 this morning, so you had about 6.5. Okay, that's not too bad. I had a hard time falling asleep. Then I smelled smoke, and then I was like freaking out because I could smell smoke, but it was somebody outside was like burning things. Oh, I don't know what that was all about, but Yeah, you're gonna do your Minecraft playthrough tonight. I will be in and out probably for your stream because of kids. Yay, running kids around. Okay, so the decades thing. So I didn't prepare for this very well. Give me 1 second here to pull some stuff up. So what I was thinking of as far as the decade stuff. First of all, I enjoy. So this is all like a lot of this is inspired by Steph and Minnie. She does a lot of decades stuff on her. Well, she does pretty much only decades stuff for the most part on her stream, and it kind of like, I don't know, I guess I got bitten by the bug for it of like wanting to play this, so I was interested by it. But one of the biggest things I was struggling with was just like trying to like work in like an additional day to play The Sims so that we could like really kind of get into it, and I was kind of having a tough time with that. So I've managed to work in a 3rd day now. Things are a little weird and wonky from time to time, but I've managed to get it in. And so I thought that we could start something. And I've been doing a lot of work on this off stream, and we'll kind of go in and I'll show you what I've been doing, and then we can kind of like set the stage, so to speak, and then we'll go into, I'm thinking, starting to build the home that like our family is gonna live in, because I have not done any of that yet. I talked about doing it, I haven't done it. Yes, a Hathwin and a Speckle stream today. And hello Rainbow, welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you had a good weekend. So that's kind of what the plan is. So, all right, what do you want me to do first? Do you want me to kind of give you, well, okay, let's go into The Sims. Let's start there. I did also get, let me turn that down a little bit more. I did, okay, so I have a reshade that it gives it kind of like a historic-y looking vibe to it. But the one thing I'm concerned with is reshade has been making my video card overheat, or at least the reshade I was using, so I've been turning it off. So I don't know if turning on the reshade is gonna make my video card explode or not. We can try it, and if you guys like it, we can see it and I can monitor the temperature, and if I need to turn it off, I can turn it off. You can let me know how you feel with that. But yeah. Yes, I did know, I got your typos. All right, so this is the world that we're playing in. And so my thought was, okay, words are hard right now. So I really like the periods of time that I like. I like medieval stuff. But the problem with medieval stuff is that there's a lot of things that you can't necessarily use. I also like the Regency period, but I don't really like things going beyond that. So I'm kind of thinking this becomes a decade sort of challenge, and we're just gonna like be perpetually stuck in the Regency period until we decide maybe we want to change it, which we may not want to change it. I don't know. So that's kind of the thought process behind this. So it's like sort of decades, but not entirely. We'll just call it historical. Maybe we just need to call it like historical gameplay, and we just live in the Regency period for a while. I don't know. You're good. You're working on a baby daddy for someone for their 100 baby challenge. Very nice. I'm about to switch matriarchs in my 100 baby challenge, so I'm in kind of like a weird limbo-y state. All right, so I think it was Henford-on-Bagley was where I've been building. Yes. So I've been doing some building in Henford-on-Bagley. The daughter has done some building for me as well. I think I also did some building in Windenburg. Did I? No, I made that up. Where did I swear I built something somewhere else? I thought it was Windenburg. Where do I have worlds? This is an empty world. So what I did is I went into these worlds and I emptied them of everybody. So these are completely empty worlds. There are no Sims in them. There are no lots. There is nothing. Well, except for Sims that I've added. I have like one like placeholder family in here, but we don't have any families. We really don't have anything in this game yet. It's not very set up. So we're kind of very much in like the setup process. Forgive me as I'm kind of trying to figure out what... I swear I emptied this world. Apparently I didn't actually empty Sam My Shoe now. In the morning, your family usually pick a show to watch at breakfast. You're watching. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny. How are you liking my 100 baby challenge? It's very chaotic, isn't it? You made lunch and you're sitting here now. Oh, Cody, thank you so much. Welcome in. How are you? How was your weekend? Okay, I'm trying to figure out, I thought I built somewhere else. And I'm trying to figure out if I did or not. So this is... I feel bad. The people who rated and are still here are probably like, this is a terrible streamer. I'm very chaotic at the moment as I'm trying to like figure stuff out. But we'll get there. You're only able to touch the voice button when you're on a red light, so you can't actually read the screen. Yeah. Prioritize driving carefully, Speckle. Don't worry about anything else. Just drive safely. Okay, I really honestly thought that I had built another house in another world. Apparently I didn't. If I go to my library, is it there, maybe? I really thought that I did. I thought I built like a... I did! I built a little cottage. Maybe it's on here somewhere. Okay, let's go back in here. So I'll show you kind of what I've got set up so far. And then, something is missing from this save because there were more lots than this. Because my daughter built a big lot for me and it's not here. Where did it go? It was really good. You're only on episode 3, but you found it hilarious how you're still... Oh, I know. I could not get her pregnant for the longest time. It took forever to get her pregnant. Yeah, it's... Because I'm pretty sure we built like a big manor house kind of thing somewhere. I just don't know where it went. Did we save it? She's done a bunch of building on my account. So there's like a whole bunch of stuff built that was from her. Okay, I'll have to look into that like more closely because I'm kind of lost now. Okay, let me catch up on chat here. It sounds what I'm trying to do, or yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of like trying to like center myself back here. You're having a great Monday. I'm glad you're having a great Monday. I love that for you. After lunch you will lurk. Oh, I do understand. I'm still waiting for the daughter to read it though. I'm like in this like, just hurry up and finish it. But I need to finish my current book before I can start it anyway. So I need to do that. Petal, thank you for redeeming the not family friendly affirmation. We will go back over here and let me pull them out of my drawer. We're dropping some. Come back. Okay, not family friendly affirmation. So this is a little bag of sweary affirmations that Speckle gifted me for Christmas. Speckle is my real life best friend. We see each other fairly regularly and we get together for holidays, her and her husband and my family. And so these she gave to me and I think they work great as a little like redemption on stream because they give us some good little like affirmations that we all do need from time to time. All right, so let me pull one out. If we've gotten it before, I'm gonna just read it again. And Cody, thank you for contributing to the Potato Quest in Dreamlight Valley. I appreciate it. Also a good one. These are all good ones. All right, today's this time's not family friendly affirmation is I am worthy as fuck. I am worthy as fuck. Say it all with me, chat. I am worthy as fuck. It's actually like really helpful. It's been, it's taken me a while to like reach this point where I'm like, no, I am actually worth this. Like, I am worth having like a partner who like cares about me, who's like, so like that's like a good one for me because it's taken a long time for me to like get that point to be like, no, I do actually deserve good things. And it can be hard to get there sometime. So we are worthy as fuck. Okay, back to this. So I have no idea, lots have disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. This is what happened. This is why we can't have nice things. You are worth everything good and you are enough to deserve all the good things, period. Exactly, Cody. And every single one of you, every single person deserves all of the good things. I'm just going to leave it there. All right, let me show you what we've got going on here in our little world. And then I'll figure out what the heck happened to those lots and see if I can like find them again off stream. We'll just do that another time. The one I have saved to the gallery, so I can put on here. I don't know what happened to the other one. But let's look at these. So I have a little community lot. So let me give you the backstory first. And then this will kind of like set the stage for what's going on. So my backstory, I have it in a Google Doc. I haven't shared this with anybody yet, but I'll read it to you. So my backstory that I'm thinking of our family, that's going to live here. So it's going to be a young couple that are going to be moving to the village of Henford-on-Bagley. Okay. So this is the backstory. Actually, let me read you, yeah, I'll just read you the backstory. So Martin Huxley watched his fortune dwindled as the years passed. As his bank account decreased, his creditors increased. He did a fine job of hiding this fact from his family, allowing them to continue to live in the luxury they had grown accustomed to. His dear wife, Alice, passed on, never the wiser to her husband's misfortunes. Martin grew concerned as the time for his only child, his son and heir, Anthony, to marry. His match with Charlotte Talbot was the best Martin could have hoped for. However, shortly after the couple was wed, Martin passed suddenly, and his creditors came knocking on the door. Anthony was devastated by the news of his family's bankruptcy. The newlyweds were forced to abandon their fine estates in the city and retire to the family's small country estate, Strawberry Hill. Charlotte's family tried to annul the marriage, but she resolutely stood by her husband's side. Will Anthony and Charlotte be able to restore the Huxley legacy? So that's kind of our backstory. And Henford-on-Bagley is the small like country estate is going to be here in Henford-on-Bagley. That's where they're going to move to. We're doing like Regency period inspired like decor and outfits and things like that. I will say these Sims have not been created yet. I have not made them. I just did their backstory. So that's their backstory. That's what we're working with. And I thought I could show you what things look like. I have seen the Regency romance mod tuts, and I think that we will, I think we'll put it in game. I just don't have it in here yet. I also haven't updated my mods, like the historical mods and stuff like that. So we're not doing any gameplay today. It's going to be a lot of setup today. And depending on how the setup goes and if I get a chance to work on stuff off stream, I will. And then maybe on Thursday we can like start some gameplay. But what we really need to do though is work on getting the family estate, like the little country estate set up. And we'll kind of go from there. What I have so far is just gonna be like, this is like the village and the town. And then these are houses that the like townies will potentially live in. And I was also thinking that if we kind of come over and look at like the worlds, that Windenburg works well as kind of a historic, kind of vibey world. But we could expand also into some of the other worlds. Like we could do Brindleton Bay, and potentially Chestnut Ridge. And yeah, so we'll kind of go from there. I have to go in because I'm pretty sure that we have new people in here. I also left in this save some of the classic townies. This is definitely not I did way more in this save. Let me look at something a second here. Because I feel like this isn't the right save. My daughter has a save in this. Would it be? I don't think it's under this one. I feel like a save got lost. Yeah, a save got lost here somewhere because there was definitely, I had definitely done more in this world than what is showing up. So I'm not sure what happened. You've been losing progress as well? Okay, so maybe it's not just me. And I haven't played in this save in a while. Like it has been a while since I've done anything in here. So maybe, because yeah, I definitely, because my daughter, because do you remember I kind of showed you all this before on stream? And do you remember, I think I showed you like the big estate that we had built, like my daughter had built. And it's gone. So I don't know. You're annoyed that you're in pain every 10 minutes and it's really disheartening. Oh, I'm sorry. That is really annoying. Okay, let me go back and read, like, so you've not played with it yet, but you want to. You think when you get done with your million challenge, you go from medieval to Regency. That actually would be kind of a logical progression as well. I like this period, and I don't necessarily want to go into more modern periods of time. So, yeah. I don't really want to go into more modern periods of time. So, yeah, I hope that you feel better as well, River, and then it passes. Because it is really frustrating. Alright, so I'll show you the residential lots that I have in town. I built all of them except for this one. I think I found this one on the gallery or something like that. I can't remember exactly where I found it. Okay, Cody, enjoy your book. We're not doing anything exciting, so you're not missing out on much today. We're just, like I said, this is going to be a really chill, like, cozy kind of stream as we kind of, like, sort through all of this. So let me give you a few little tours of the lots that we have. And then, you can also give me, like, your thoughts and feedbacks on any other, like, lots that you think that we need. We're thinking, like, small community village sort of vibes. All right. So let's start. Okay, where should we start? We've got the chapel, which is gonna be like it's like a wedding venue, church sort of thing. We have the manor, which is kind of like, you know how like in a lot of like, if you think of like some of the TV shows or movies, there's always like that one like well-off family. Well, this is gonna be like, would be like that manor house where like balls and things like that take place. And then we have a little tavern, and then we have a market. And I just realized that I took all of Brazen Lotus's stuff out of here, out of the game, because I haven't updated stuff, and I think I used it to build in this market, so I may have to fix this, because it's not there. Oh, I'm glad I hope it does help. Yeah, switch to mobile and lay down, by all means, River. And then we've got a little farm over here, and then another little farm like up here, because it's kind of like a little farming village. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Think all of those like cozy farming games meets The Sims. That's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. Raisin will be updating again today, so she said don't put it back in yet. Okay, good to know. I think I saw her message that like they were having storms or something, and so she wasn't able to update last night. So I do need to update all of those like mods that I have in this version of my game. So I have this as like I took your a page out of Toots's book, and I've got like a separate folder, like Sims folder, that is like this playthrough as opposed to like my modern one, so that I don't have like ridiculous amounts of mods and CC in both of them. And then that way too I can keep the historical CC out of my current saves, because like I love the look of them, but let's be honest, like Elizabeth's not going to be walking around in a Regency dress. Like, it's not going to happen. So I have them separate. But where do you want to start with our little tour of the town? The chapel, the manor, the pub, or the market, which may have missing pieces? While I take a quick drink. If you have any preferences. If you don't have any preferences, we'll just like, maybe we'll start at the market because it's like the most boring. Are you good? Well, should we start at the market? Let's start there. Again, things could be missing here. But yeah, it might not load. We'll see what happens. Let's go in here and see what happens. It might load, but just be missing stuff. Yeah, it's missing stuff. Because I had like, oh, that stinks. I think though I saved it to the gallery. Let me check and see if I saved it. I did save it. You had to redo your save because I got errors. Okay. Yeah, so the market is missing things. It used to have like a bunch of little like stalls and stuff from Brazen Lotus. Here, but this is like the idea of it. It's kind of like an open air market, and there would be stands and stalls here. I don't know how well it works like with gameplay because I haven't like game tested any of it, but more of like for like the vibes, right? 15 streams. Oh my gosh, that's so many streams. I can't believe it's been that long either. Thank you so much for 15 streams. Oh my gosh. Oh, good. I'm glad that you are cozy in your bed, River. I'm so glad. Okay, so I told you all the market was going to be very uninteresting because a lot of things are missing from it. But yeah, there was like a bunch of like market stalls and stuff like that over here. And Speckle also with the 30 stream streak. Oh my gosh, that's crazy too. Let's get some hype in chat for both Rainbow and Speckle for showing up so consistently for so long. Thank you both so much. I appreciate you so very much. Lots of love to you both. And we'll do love too. We'll send some love. So there is the very uninteresting market. Also though, Batu. That's where these came from. I definitely have stuff from Batu in here. Alright, let's go back. Alright, slightly more interesting is this. I'm hoping that I don't know that I have any other Brazen Lotus stuff in any other places. We will find out though. Okay, so this I didn't actually build. I think I made a couple of little modifications to it, but I didn't actually build it. So this is just like a little pub that will be in the town because there's always, you know, a little pub and like a place to come and like hang out and eat. I think the modification, I added like an outhouse sort of thing back here. So it's just like a cute little pub. We have streakers in chat. But like I said, I did not build this, so I cannot take credit for this. I don't know, I can't remember who did. And I think I found it on the gallery. There is not any, well, okay. No, I don't think there's any CC in this, actually. I think this is all from the game. In some way, shape, or form. Again, Batu actually has some like good items for historic stuff. Go figure, but it does. So this is the little like pub that will be in town. The next two are a little bit more interesting to look at. All right, this is the manor house that I built. And like I said, I'm thinking this would be a place where like parties would be hosted. There would be a gathering place for people. I always think about like from like Bridgerton or like Pride and Prejudice, how they'd always have like their like parties, their dances or their balls or whatever, and they'd like all get together and that's where they would like hang out and be. So that is kind of what I had in mind as I built this place. So this is called Henford Manor, and it's definitely, I kind of looked up Regency style houses that just kind of have this very like basic exterior with a whole bunch of windows that like come along with it. But I spent a lot of time on this build. Like doing the gardens. So like there's like an outdoor garden area with like these little like benches on the sides. I think about in all of those like shows and stuff, right there, the would-be lovers always like sneak out to the garden and they like have like this moment in the garden. So I was trying to like create all of that. Oh, thank you, Rainbow. Like it took a lot of time to do all of this. It was like so much time. But there's like a little garden area kind of along the outside. And then like over here there's a little pond. And then like another little like secret garden area. This one's maybe even a little bit more private. There's like a gate and stuff over here. So that's like the exterior, because I wanted it to have kind of like grounds, but it's in town as well. So it's like kind of hard in The Sims to really like emulate some of those like big estates without it like also making your game explode. So that's okay. I was able to decipher what you were trying to say, so we got it. I have this is classified under museum because I didn't, like, it was hard to know, like, what else to, like, put in here. I'm really bad at doing first person mode for tours, so I probably won't. But then this is, like, the downstairs of the manor where you might have dancing. Yes, there are speakers on the wall, so we're just gonna pretend like those aren't actually there. But there's like a dancing area. There's a place for a piano where somebody might come and play the piano. We've got, you know, a big giant statue. There's a little bar over here. There's some seating. And then, okay, can I just tell you how much of a pain in the butt this stairwell was? So I did, like, I wanted one of those, like, big sweeping stairwells. Such a pain. I did it, though. Realm of Magic gave me a lot of the decor and, like, the stuff for it. But I made, like, one of these big sweeping stairwells because I always think of how in, like, Bridgerton, in Pride and Prejudice, you know, the heroine always like appears at the top of the stairwell and she like descends in her like fancy dress and gown. So that was definitely what I was going for with this look. Holy cow, though, it was not easy to achieve. It took me so long just to do the stairs. And then upstairs is another dance floor, and then there's like a place where some food might be. And then we also have like some bookshelves. You had to have an easel for a museum, so it's over there. So you made it home safely, now unloading the groceries, but you have me in your ear. Okay, very good. I'm glad you made it home safely. So yeah, so this is like kind of the manor where I'm thinking there'll be parties and that sort of stuff. Like you could hold like a wedding reception here. There's no wedding arch, but there could be. Like I could add one if I wanted to. You're gonna take super strong pain meds since you're in quite a bit of pain, so you probably won't be able to stay long since it makes you feel sleepy and they make you high. All right, River, that's completely okay. I want you to take care of you and do what you need to do. I hope that they work and that the pain eases and that when you wake up, you're feeling a lot better. And maybe just getting that good night's sleep will help a lot too. So feel better and yeah, by all means, you do what you need to do. So this is our little manor house. And then I will go and show you the little chapel so far. We will go look at this. So I built this before the castle pack came out. And I don't particularly want to go back and redo it with like the castle estate stuff. So this got built prior to that. But this is the little like wedding chapel church sort of thing. I'm not going to make like religion a piece of this. That's not going to be part of like my gameplay with this. But I wanted like a little dedicated like wedding chapel where like the families might go to get married. And just, it also kind of keeps with that historic feel to it, that there would be like a little church in this like little town and you would have weddings and stuff there. But I did add some things to make it be like I made it kind of like a library as well, so that you could visit the lot besides just like weddings, right? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I like how it turned out too. Like I do really like the way that it ended up coming together. We've got like a wishing well, there's a little pond over here. There's even like a little cemetery because a lot of times those country churches would have like cemeteries in them. So there's even like a little cemetery by it. And then if we go inside, we've got like the setup for a wedding if you wanted to have a wedding here. So I like that. And yeah, it is very much like set up like a church structure in here. Taking them now. Good. I'm glad. Let's send, yeah, we will send more love over to River too. Hey, Nightbot, there you go. You're a little slow there. But yeah, I hope that you feel better. So this is like the little sanctuary area where your Sims can get married. I did try to like, I had like a church structure in mind, and that's kind of how that kind of came about. And then in here though, like I said, I was trying to make it functional where it could be something else. So we have a library, and you know, a lot of times in churches there would have been like a library. Let me tell you, these are all individually placed books. This is all CC, and these are all individually placed books. Also took so long. Oh, thanks. I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, so this is like our little library area, which honestly, I made this thinking like this is what I want, right? And I think Cody would appreciate this as well, also being a book lover. But yeah, this is the little library. Your arm would have fallen off placing that many books. It took, oh my gosh, it took so long. And River has redeemed pets for Rasan. He is actually here. So I will hop up a second and give him some pets. I don't know, you probably can't see him. He's on the bed. Oh no, he's not. He's not in here. He left at some point. He was in here when I started. Apparently he left. He was like, I'm not on camera. I'm not sticking around. So I will get him some pets, or if I don't get a chance to, River, I'll redeem your channel points. So I will definitely, yeah, I will give him cuddles, which he will despise and hate because he only wants to cuddle on his own turn. But yeah, so this is our little library. And then we've got, this is actually a bar. because it's a wedding venue. It had to have a bar. Daisy says hi, and you pet her in honor of your stand. Perfect. Hi, Daisy. And then downstairs. Ooh, we're at 50% of the community challenge. Thank you, Rainbow, for contributing to the community challenge. We are halfway there, and it is only February 5th. So, like, I had to have bathrooms, so downstairs is just the bathrooms. But yeah, this is the little, like, wedding chapel that we built. Your mom was fawning over her this morning. She is so cute. She is cute. So that's the town setup that we have. And then the other couple of lots that are currently here. My daughter's gonna be so mad that her lot disappeared because she spent so much time like decorating and building that for me. She's gonna be so mad. And I don't think it's in my gallery. I'm gonna look again, but I don't think it is. I don't know that we saved it. I'm not seeing it. This is one of the rooms from it that she built. And it was like a big manor house. Like, it was big. I can't believe it's gone. Like, I can't even. Like, that makes me really frustrated. Really frustrated. Okay, so let's come over here. This is one of the little farmhouses that I built thinking for like towny families. And I was thinking like this was right after Horse Ranch came out, so we were thinking like horses and things like that as being part of it. So this is really just a very small little like peasant farm. We've got it set up over here for, you know, growing various crops. We've got like a chicken coop. There is a space for a horse. And then inside it's set up for like a small family. I was thinking the family that I had in mind had a toddler because there's like a toddler bed in here. But then this is the home. There is a lot of CC in here. So, there is that. And then a little outhouse kind of thing out here. So that's the little farm. Thank you for the hydrate, River. I will do that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I meant to give everybody taters from the raid. Let me do that real quick. Because we did get a raid. So let's do 1,000 taters to everybody for the raid. Alright, so this is one of the little farms, and then we've got another one, and then I will place the other lot that I built and actually saved. I still can't believe... I am so frustrated. Can you tell that I'm frustrated? Uh-oh, items removed. It must have been some Brazen Lotus stuff that I had in here. So my daughter built this one. She made this one. She built a few of these for me. So this is another little farm, like all set up for like a cow or a llama. We've got chickens over here. And then it's just like, I think her idea was like, this was like a reclusive person, like the village recluse who kind of lived up here far away from everybody. And he was just kind of like out here and lived like completely on his own. So we're working on getting a like historical save set up, and these are just some lots that we've built in this world for that save. And it would, yeah, and it would be like a legacy challenge, but it'd be like a more historic based legacy challenge. So, like, set in the Regency period. So, the look of all the houses, like the clothing that everybody wears, would be from that. And then we would have things like death rolls, so like there'd be mortality, and it would be like just a very different style of gameplay. I don't know if you've ever like caught anything with Steph and Minnie, but kind of a similar vibe to that. But I don't necessarily want to change like decades. I kind of want to stay set in like the same period for a while. So yeah, kind of like medieval edition. Okay, Squishy, that's fine. Thank you for watching the video and thank you for being here. No worries. So yeah, this is just one of the lots that we built. We're just kind of like touring the world right now as we're kind of getting things set up. And I will go, because I know I built this in Windenburg. I want to place this other one. Wait, it's here, it's actually here. Okay, I found it. Woo! We didn't lose it. I was just blind. Yes. Okay, it's here. Oh, relief. Okay, we have an ad starting in just a few seconds. So I'm gonna run a tater hunt. Feel free to join in the tater hunt if you want. And I'm gonna pause a gameplay while the ad runs. We won't tour anything while the ad is going so nobody misses anything. And yeah, we'll just like chat for, actually, why don't I take a quick break, because I kind of have to go to the bathroom. So I will take a quick break while the ad runs, and then when the ad is done and when I get back, we will tour these last two houses, and I will quickly save this to the gallery so that we don't lose it. So I will be back in just a couple of minutes. If I can find my on break screen, there it is. And I'll let you listen to some lo-fi. But you gotta type it again. It's all one word. Tater hunt, all one word. Okay, I am back. Congrats to everybody who won taters on the tater hunt. I use Streamlabs for the tater hunts, River. There's like a loyalty program that you can set up with Streamlabs, and they have like different modules with their cloud bot. So that's where the tater hunt comes from. Oh yeah, you didn't get any ads. Love that. And thank you for the lurk. I'm back. I found Rasand. Let me show you. He left my room to go loaf in the hallway. So we moved his bed in front of the furnace vent because it's warm, and he was just laying there anyway. But that's where he is right now. He's like literally like, if I look over there, I can see him staring at me from the hallway. So I found him. That's where he is. I thought about bringing him in here, but he's already looking at me like he wants to murder me in my sleep, so we won't push it. All right, let me show you this big house that my daughter built. So this is, I was thinking with this house, let me turn my lo-fi back down before it gets loud again. So what I was thinking with this house is that this would be where our, like the wife's parents live. So Charlotte, this would be her family's home, basically, because they were really well off. So this would be where they live. So they have like another one of those like big manor. We did the best that we could. We're not going to be playing on this lot a lot. So a lot. So it's not like, there's not like tons and tons of landscaping. I think landscaping is missing, to be honest with you, because I really think that there was a bunch more. I think it was Brazen Lotus landscaping, and that's why it's gone. I think that's what happened here. But this is, so this is the home of our, the Huxley family, Charlotte. So her family would have lived here. Again, I haven't made these Sims yet, so you just have to like think of them in your mind. We'll make them together on stream. Maybe after we build them their house, we can make them on stream. So this would be like where her family lives. Frostly is mostly for the raids and ad chats. Mix it up. You use Daily Starshine, Streamlabs for Star Shirts. It's the same module. Yep, exactly. It's the same. Her star search is the same as my tater hunt. Okay, so this would be the home of Charlotte's family. There's like the bar area, like the lounge, library kind of area where like the men would retire after dinner, is here. There's like a big formal like dance floor, dance room. Like a lot of those big estates had that kind of thing, and this one is no exception. Same thing in here. There's like the little like women's room, which I think I showed you is in fact on the gallery. Actually, before I do anything else, let me save this. It's not on the gallery. Not on the gallery, in my library. It's saved in my library. So this is the women's room that she made. That's kind of like another study sort of, just kind of cozy vibe where the women might like go off and retire to. And then we've got a bathroom back here. I told her she didn't have to like follow like off the grid stuff. And for these lots that I'm not actually playing on, we're not necessarily, I'm not sticking with like the off the grid need because we're not going to be actively playing on them. So I thought it's okay to not have these, but our lot that we'll be playing on will be off the grid, and that will be like a piece of the challenge. She did make a little like wedding area in here as well. Like I said, I kind of gave her free reign. She could do whatever she wanted. We've got like a formal dining hall, another like sitting area. There's like another study back here, because a lot of times like the lords of these manors would actually have like a bed in their like study area. Again, another like library setup in here. She spent a lot of time decorating this place. I made a really big house for her and it took her a lot to decorate it. And then this would be like the kitchen servants' quarters kind of a thing. So downstairs are in fact the servants' quarters where the servants would sleep, because a house of this size would have servants. And then up here are all of the bedrooms and like the sitting area and all of those things. So there would, I think I figured, let me look real quick here, because I think that I like made up in my mind the families that will be in this save. I just haven't actually created the Sims yet. So yeah, so Charlotte would have had a brother and a sister in addition to her parents. So that was kind of what my daughter was thinking about as she like created this, would have been like the siblings too. Ooh. Be in the right tab to like use those controls. So this is the setup for the upstairs. I think she was thinking like maybe this would have been Charlotte's room. This was the brother heir's room. This is like the parents' suite. No, this is now the sister's room. This is the brother's room, the parents' suite, and then these would have been like guest rooms. So this is, yeah, this would have been the whole like setup for this family. So very, she had her work cut out for her decorating this. I was kind of glad that I didn't have to decorate this, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is like, would have been Charlotte's family home. And then this was the other little house that I had built. So like I said, we're not heavily populated right now. I feel like this is something that will probably populate as time goes on and as we like play through things. So this is just like a little home. I think I was thinking like brewery sort of vibes for this little house in Windenburg. So Windenburg was like my thought process was like Windenburg was like the city. Like they had to move out of the city into the country, and Henford on Bagley was the country. So Charlotte's family had like their manor house like by the city, and then Anthony's family would also have been in the city. I haven't built their old house yet. I don't know if we will. I probably should, but that's neither here nor there. We may do it, we may not. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. I appreciate it. Welcome to the community. And then, yeah, so they would have had a house here too. And then when the bankruptcy happened and all the creditors showed up, then Anthony and Charlotte would have retreated to their country estate, and then we'll be playing mostly on the country estate, which is not built yet. So this is the house. Or this is just another house that would be like for a townie. Again, we have like a little barn set up for a horse because they would all have horses. And I think I was thinking like nectar making winery sort of thing. Do I have a nectar maker in here? No, I think that's what I had in mind with this. But this is the house. It would have been a family. I think the family I was thinking of, they had an infant. It was a couple. And then upstairs, they would have had like a few children. So there's like room for children and like a loft kind of setup is kind of how this is set up. So yeah, just another little house. So that is what we've got so far. All right, chat, what do you think? Am I missing anything as far as like buildings other than like maybe the house for his family? Toots, I'm asking you, like, Toots, your feedback on this, excuse me, would be helpful too, because you do a lot of historical play stuff too. Like, what am I missing? Am I missing anything? What am I missing? Honestly, I really thought I had a few more things set up than this. Apparently, I did not. But with this, you can't think of anything. Okay. It feels really like not much, but it's been a lot of work just getting like this far and this much stuff. And I don't want like every lot filled, because as we play through, like we can add more townies, we can add more things like that as we play. So I don't necessarily want to like fill up all of the worlds. So as far as like playing through this, I'm using a lot of like the stuff, like the rules and the gameplay that like Steph had set up for hers. And part of me does really like the idea of like that slower, like a year is 4 in-game days, but I worry that I will get bored of that setup. But I like the concept of it, but it also makes things take a lot longer. Because, like, for example, I have, let me go over here a second, and I can show you a little bit of the document that I've set up for this. So I've called it my Regency sort of decades challenge, because it's not really decades, it's more just Regency. So this is like the setup for the aging that Steph uses for hers. And I know I'm doing a lot of talking and not a lot of gameplay right now, so I apologize for that. But I did kind of say we're setting stuff up, so this is part of the setup. So for example, if one sim day is approximately 3 months is how it goes. So it'd be like 1 day a newborn, they're infants for 7 sim days, toddlers for 12, but then they're children for 32. That's a long time for them to be kids. Teens are 20, which is pretty consistent with what we've got now. Young adult would be 48. Adults are 140 days. So I don't know how I feel about this aging thing. I mean, we could potentially start with this like aging system, and then if it feels like it's taking forever and we need things to move a little bit more quickly, we could just make it normal lifespan in The Sims. But if you all have some thoughts on this, let me know. The good thing about it being a longer period of time is it gives you a lot of time to really get to know the Sims themselves and to build story and things like that. So that's a thought. And again, I'm drawing this off of what like Steph is using. It actually goes by faster than you think it might. You did it once and it didn't see. Okay. Well, and it doesn't seem like it's taking forever as Steph's playing either. So it might be fine. I think the reason that I felt like it's taking a long time has been because when I was playing with this, it was doing that rotational stuff. And so you were only spending a sim week in each household, and it seemed like it took a while. So I probably won't do cats and dogs, but I did want to set up aging for horses. I think this is different than what Steph does. I calculated all of this myself. So like horses would be a foal for 10 sim days. They'd be an adult for 62, and then the senior would be like whatever. But then the death rolls are where things start to get interesting, right? So this is like creating that, or I'll just kind of like read what I wrote. So in an attempt at realism and to keep gameplay interesting, I'm incorporating death rates into gameplay. My death rates are based on real statistics from Regency, England, which is what I'm roughly basing this playthrough on. So I spent some time like looking up like what was mortality, what was stuff like that in Regency, England. And that's where all of these things are coming from. So birth rolls. So if when a woman gives birth, you would roll the dice. and depending on what she gets will determine on if she lives, because like women died in childbirth. Also, though, the healthcare redux mod and like the relationship and pregnancy overhaul mod also plays into some of this stuff. So some of those things could throw off our birth rolls. Like we might roll that she lives and then she has a hemorrhage and dies. Because that's definitely happened with some of these playthroughs. So that will also add some spice. So a woman giving birth during the Regency era had a 2 to 5% chance of dying due to childbirth. So when a sim gives birth, we're going to use a random number generator between 1 and 100. If it generates a 1 or 2, the mother dies, which is a 2% death rate. Yeah, much spice, much spice. And then if there's multiples, that rate would then go up. So if she had twins, there would be a 3% death rate. If it was triplets, we'd have a 5% death rate. And I kind of got those numbers based off of this like 2 to 5%. So we can plead with Grimm to save the mother's life. If she's spared, she becomes infertile. I don't know if that comes from Steph or if I got that from you, Tuts. I can't remember. Maybe it's both of you. So then infancy rules. So approximately 15 to 20% of infants did not survive their first year of life. Okay, you got it from Steph. Okay, I couldn't remember if she did that or not. But we haven't had, I don't think we've had any of the moms roll to die from pregnancy in this playthrough. So I don't even know if that's come up. Okay, so 15 to 20% of infants didn't survive. So that means that when a newborn ages into an infant, we'll roll a d6. If it lands on a 1, the infant dies, which is about a 16.6% death rate. So toddler and child rolls during this period. Are you ready for this? We're going to see a lot of things. I think the potential to see a lot of deaths. Don't get too attached to these sims. 30 to 40% of children did not live to age 5. So when a toddler dies, we'll roll a d8. If it lands on a 1, the toddler dies, which is a 12.5% death rate. When a sim ages to a child, we'll roll a d10. If it lands on a 1, the child dies, a 10% death rate. So if its sim makes it to childhood, the likelihood of death decreases significantly, but there will still be a risk. So there'll be one last roll going into teenage years, and so we would roll 2 d20s, and if it lands on 2 1s, the teen dies. So a 2.5% death rate. So it drops off significantly. And then the end of life rolls will happen at these particular ages. And we'll do a d20 and kind of go from there. And d20 kind of worked based on like what the life expectancy was. So that's where that's going from. You remember having triplets, then one died. It was so heartbreaking. Oh, I know, that would be so heartbreaking. So that's kind of what I've got in mind for the gameplay. Okay, I've been doing a lot of talking and not much actually doing anything in the game other than showing y'all stuff. So, what do you think, chat? I'll let you decide. Should we make Sims first, or should we build first? I already kind of have in mind, like, we already know the backstory, so I don't necessarily feel like I need to see the Sims to build. And maybe we want to, like, build and then make the Sims, and then we can start playing with the Sims once we've made them. Otherwise, we're going to have to make them, sit with them, and then build. And thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. My preference, I think, would be to build and then make the Sims, but if you all really want me to hop into Cass and make some Sims, we can do that. You would build first. That's kind of what I was thinking, because I feel like once we make the Sims, we're going to want to play with them. And when I make the Sims as well, we're going to make their parents. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to use free real estate to move them in. And then they're not going to have much money to begin with, but they'll at least have the home, because the whole backstory, right, is that this is like their country estate. So they already own it. They got to keep that, but they have nothing else to begin with. So I'm thinking, I originally didn't think that I wanted to build on the 64 by 64 lot because it's so big. It's so big. I was thinking maybe the 50 by 40 lot, or one of these 50 by 40 lots. But with for rent and the ability to partition off things, I'm partly tempted. And then we could have like, you know, the spare, or like someone else, they could still live on that same lot but live in like a different building. I don't know. This is where I'd love to hear your feedback as well. Do we try like the 64 by 64 lot and kind of keep that in mind, that we'll be able to like move in like other family members and we can have like other homes on the lot? Or should we just start with one of these smaller lots? If you do use Brazen Lotus, she changed the prices on craftables. Okay, that's good to know. You can't play on the 64 by 64 lot because that's the other thing. Because there will be there's a decent amount of CC that I'll be using with like the build buy stuff. And then adding in like the Brazen Lotus stuff as well. I'm concerned that the 64 by 64 lot will be too much. However, we could still at some point take the 64 by 64 lot and put multiple homes on that lot as like a rental property that we could move people into as well. That's also a possibility. So I think I'm leaning towards one of these two. Does anyone have a preference? I don't know if I have a preference for either of these. Yeah, like a little village where people could live. Exactly. We just build a bunch of little houses on it and people could live there. We could have like a communal like farm area or something like that too. I think I use this lot. Let's go look at these lots and let's see which one we like better. Okay, this one has the river right here, which is kind of nice. Oh, and the fishing hole is like right, I can't move because we're tied to the lot. The fishing hole is like right there. And then that little like common area is here. I think I want to do this lot. I like its proximity to some of the communal stuff. I like that the fishing hole is close here. I like that the little communal area is right here. So I kind of think that this is gonna be where we're gonna build. So now you all get to watch me struggle to build. Because as we all know, I definitely struggle to build. It takes me a while to get stuff going, for sure. So this is not gonna be a large house to begin with, and I think we could potentially like expand it as time goes on, as like we have more children. But remember, they're broke. They've lost everything, and this is just like a little country estate. You know, maybe it was like, because as I'm thinking about my backstory, you know, maybe Martin, so Martin is the father, right? And Anthony is the son, and Anthony and Charlotte are going to be the couple that we're kind of like focusing on. So maybe Martin's like parents or grandparents started in this little cottage, and then they were able to like gain their fortune, and then they were able to move into town, and they kept this little estate where like maybe it was his grandparents started on this estate, so it would have been like Anthony's great grandparents, and so it's like a really small cottage farm kind of thing. That's kind of like what I'm thinking, and they kept it so it's little, and there won't be a ton of space in it to begin with. And then as they start to build their wealth back up, maybe we can expand the home and kind of go from there. I don't know. Thoughts on that, like, backstory? I have the story in mind. It's there. It's in my head. It's written down. But we should get started building, because I've only got about an hour left that I can stream before I have to take the boy up to swim. So we'll start. Okay. Little cottage. So I'm thinking maybe farm area over here on this side. House over here on this side. Should we do the house in the back corner or up in the front? We could like have there be like a pond and some trees in the back and maybe the house up in the front. Like we could put the house up here. Let's see. And these would have been very simply shaped buildings as well. I'm vaguely historical. I haven't looked up things. I'm not getting that into this. We're not necessarily aiming for historical accuracy. We're aiming for accurate-ish. Like that's like the whole theme. Is this is just gonna be like ish. Sort of ish. Okay, so let's start with maybe this. That's why you like to play the historical fantasy, so you can make... Exactly! And that's like kind of my thought process, is make it up as we go. It's historical based. That's it. And I am gonna use like... So I have this set up as like, we would roughly be starting in the year 1730. So those years I think will just be more guidelines than like actual years in real life, sort of a thing. I don't know, I may want this, I think I want this back further. I don't think I want it that close to the front. I want it near the front, but maybe not like that close to the front. Okay, what if we put you here, house? And then, okay, you know what I'm gonna do too? I'm gonna turn on the reshade. You can all give me feedback if you like it. The whole concept of the reshade is to kind of make it feel a little bit more historical. So it's gonna have a bit more muted coloring. If you hate it, tell me, that's fine. I also want to test to see if it's gonna make my video card overheat. You've added occult fantasy to your playthrough. 6 or 7 of the 14 are occult. You even have some pretend fae. I want fae. I want fairies. Like, give us some fairies, EA. Please. I would totally do fairies. Definitely do fairies. Okay, so I'm going to turn on this reshade. You can see it alters the coloration of things. The whole idea is to make it look a little old and dated. I'm gonna be watching the temperature on my GPU. Actually, I can't build like this. Never mind. I don't know if I can build this way. We'll try. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, so here's our little house. I think we need an outhouse though, too, somewhere, but not like far, far away. You can't build with. I can build with like. So I have this one. That's really bright, and I like it because it makes everything bright and vibrant, but it also freaks out my GPU. It gets really hot with this reshade on, or it was. I don't know, maybe it's chilled out, but it was like really not liking me having the reshade on. So this one I can build with it on. The other one I can't, so the other one might be a stretch. So I think we'll just turn it off and build without it. You're back at your PC with a very late lunch, and you're tuned in. You're also setting up for your stream as well. Awesome. You have not missed much other than me doing a lot of babbling about all of this setup. We're just now starting to build. So we're starting to build the little cottage home that our Sims have moved to after the family basically lost everything. So that's kind of where we're getting started here. And this is so far what we've got. It's a rectangle. You're dreading trying to build a tiny home for whimsy stories. Yeah, that was tough. Do I have? Let me look. I think I have some tiny homes on my gallery. If you want just like a shell, you could delete the stuff that's on the inside. I know I have this one that was like the 100 tile one that I think we built on stream. I think you could use the gallery if you wanted to. I don't see why not. The rules are guidelines, not set in stone. I don't think I have the original one that I did, but there is this one that is a starter one that I had built. This was actually for 100 baby challenge. And this is, I think it's a 32 tile. It doesn't say, but I think it's 32 tiles. Okay, it was just to start with. It was just the very, very beginning to help her get all of her relationships up. This is where Josephine began, was in this little house. So my current matriarch started in this little house. Maybe it's 100 tiles. You know what? We don't have anything happening on this lot. Let me just place this real quick. And we'll take and we'll look at it and then we'll go back to building. Are you gonna place? Question mark? Gonna place for me? No? Did I tell it not to? I might have told it not to. Place lot. Furnished. This. Yes. Yes. Not letting me. It's not replacing it. Okay. I tried. I think it might be 30. I think it's 32 tiles. It might not be though. If you need help though, let me know, Speckle. And I've done a few like little tiny homes like that. So if you want me to just kind of like try to do a shell for you, I could do that and then you could decorate the inside. So let me know, because I'm happy to help you out. I've gotten more confident with my building. Where I struggle is like this beginning stage and like getting my shell and my floor plan figured out. And then once I've got that, I usually do okay. Okay. So let's think this through here. We've got this little house. And I kind of think that maybe, what if we do like this end here would be like a bedroom for the parents and then another bedroom for like set up for the kids. Like we have 2 bedrooms here. No, maybe the parents' room is a little bit bigger. And then we can do, this is like the main living space right here. I think just 1 story to begin with. Because again, this isn't, we're not going for anything huge. It's like a small cottage. Although this might even be too big. We'll shrink it down a little bit. So this could be like the living space here. With like, we can have like a kitchen and kind of like a living roomy sort of area. By living room sort of area, it's not really gonna be much. And then we'll do an outhouse. You let me know. You kind of want to give it a try and see how it goes, but building is not. Yeah, hey, give it a try, right? And the only way to get better at it is to like do it. Because if you don't do it, you're not gonna get better at it. Ooh. As I'm thinking about building, we should probably also think about like a barn kind of a thing for a horse here too. Because I think I want them to have a horse. So what I'm not doing, I don't want to have necessarily more than 8 Sims on my lot, because that gets really hard. But I do want them to have horses. Or at least a horse. So we may have 7 sim spots. Or maybe we change it to 9. And then we can still have 8 sims and 1 horse. And that's not terrible. But I don't want to have like Steph, I don't know how she does it with like, she's got so many sims on her lot. I couldn't. I tried. You all remember how I started out with like all of those infants? No. Yeah, exactly. More than 8. Yeah, 8 stresses me out. So, I don't think I could do more than 8. So, but maybe 8 plus a horse, so maybe 9. I did look at that mod that made it so that your pets, or so that the animals weren't family members, but I didn't necessarily like what that did. Because it was kind of weird the way that it made them interact, and I didn't necessarily like that a whole lot. So I did not try that mod out. Because there is one that makes it so that the pets aren't playable family members. You think Steph thrives on kids? I think she might. Because her lots are bonkers. Okay, so what do we think about this as being kind of the layout? It's like I said, very small, very simple, not much to it. I do think we need to build like a little outhouse because, again, Regency period, they wouldn't necessarily, and especially in a little cottage like this, they wouldn't have had a bathroom. So we'll build a little like outhouse right here. Okay, so we've got that. And then over here, we'll do a barn. I am gonna put down the horse bed just so that I can use that as like a point of reference for like the size of the barn. So we'll do that like right here. And then let's do our shape around it. Do something like that for the barn. Okay, so these are gonna be our buildings, I think, to begin with. And then we'll do, I think, what if we did like a pond back here in the corner and we can add some like trees around it. We'll have the horse here, but then also I think this will be an area for like a cow and chickens. So this will be like a fenced in area that we can put them. Actually, let's put those down too for, again, reference's sake. I don't have move objects on just yet because some of these things I want to get placed without the move objects. Because things can get kind of, like pathing can get a little bit weird with the move object stuff on. Speckle, thank you for contributing to the potato quest community challenge. I appreciate it. Okay, so I think, actually, let's put this like right here. Like maybe it would be kind of alongside this, except that I think it needs to come in one. I'm thinking we do fence along here. Okay, so we can put that there. And then our chicken coop, maybe like right here. I think that's gonna work. And then we can have this area be fenced in for those animals. Let me just also, just as we're kind of getting our rough like layout, and then this right here will be like pond. What do we think about that as kind of the way the estate will be set up? And then we will have, this also gives us room to like expand and do more with the house as well. Ooh, okay, here's the other thing. How do we want them to make money? So let's think about that as well. I like the idea of farm, like having them farm and do it and like use the farm. But like, how should we, like, but how do we sell the products, do we think? I do have the Little Miss Sam, like, live-in store mod. Yeah, I've got that. But not everything works with that. What if we did a combination of live-in store and I'll have to look and see if they have a recolor, but the table from Home Chef Hustle. Because you can sell through that table, like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like the cheese, the canning, the preserving, those things. But I think you can sell those things, and you can sell like the tea and stuff through the Home Chef Hustle thing that you can't necessarily set for sale with the store. So we could do like a combination of the two. That we could have that table. Somebody has to have made a recolor of that with it being like really plain, right? Someone has to have. Yeah, exactly. Actually, kids can do that. Kids can use that and they can sell from that because I've had kids man that. So kids can use that table and sell. So the kids could even sell from it. Okay, so that's okay. We'll do that. All right, let's put some roofs on these buildings. So I think I want to do, we're gonna just do real simple basic roofs like this, and they're gonna be thatch as well. So my reason for like thinking through that whole thing was, should we set up a space for a store? Or I think, or maybe to begin with, they just kind of do it off the side. Like, what if we did, I've done this a lot with some of the other, like, playthroughs I've had. So hear me out on this one. Are you gonna be stupid? I just made a room. You're gonna be dumb, aren't you? Okay, but yeah, hear me out on this one. Doing like a little like almost like lean-to off to the side here. And then we'll delete these walls. And we'll delete this. And I'll put like pillars here. I'll fix this so this looks better. But we could have it be set up not what I wanted to do. We could have it be set up kind of like that. Oh no, for the frogs, you burnt your brownies? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Burnt brownies stink. Are they like completely burnt, or are they like sort of like edible, right? The blacksmithing mod is fun too. I do have that mod. You like how you did it in the Kingdom of Heath? That was the Home Chef Hustle tables. No, actually, I think those were just like the normal garage sale tables. Is what those were. Because you can sell some stuff. They're extra crispy but edible. See, I actually like the I am not like managing this well at all. I like the corner parts of the brownies. So that I actually might like those because I like the corners. Like that's my favorite part of brownies is the corners and the edges. So maybe you just have like all edges or all corners and all edges. That's not necessarily a bad thing, at least in my opinion. You prefer your brownies. Okay, so for you, it might be a bad thing. I'm sorry. That's so frustrating. It's so disappointing, too. Okay. So we'll do like, we could do like this little lean-to sort of area where we could have like things set up for them to come and purchase. And then we could set up that, the Home Chef Hustle table for other things. You like the inner bits of the brownies? You like soft, fudgy brownies. So you probably wouldn't be very happy with the burnt crispy ones either. See, I'd be okay with them. I would not mind. Okay, why don't we do... Like, this is like the weirdest way I've built in like a really long time. Okay, let's get some thatch on here. Let's use this one. Oh, what color should our house be though? Okay, let's slow down. Before we put thatch on it, let's get some masonry going. So we have... I do have some CC stone, but I also like some of the stone that has come in some of the packs. So we have like the ranch masonry, which is actually really nice. So we could do this for the exterior. We also have, we have the castle bricks now too. Although I don't know that that's quite the right stone. But we also have the stone from Cottage Living. Let me see if I can adjust. There we go. That's better. So let me put a couple of these on the walls and you can tell me what you liked the first one? The ranch masonry? This one? Yeah, that one. It does look a little bit better. The only reason I'm thinking that potentially the one from Cottage Living is that it matches, it's like the same masonry that's on the shed, right? You're sorry to go off topic, but you have found the perfect actor for Cassian, a Turkish actor named Can Yaman. He is how you envision Cassian. Speckle likes a nice crispy edge brownie. I'm gonna look at who is this person. Oh! Yeah. He could be a good Cassian. Of course, the barn could be different masonry as well, right? The barn could be different. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same as the house. And maybe it would be, because maybe the barn and the house would have been built at different times. So we could do the ranch masonry for the house, and then the other for the barn. We're talking about characters in ACOTAR, so A Court of Thorns and Roses. You've been drooling over him all weekend. He keeps popping up on your YouTube. Oh, by the way, Toots, where are you at in Throne of Glass now? Okay, let's do this. I guess I could have looked at colors. What color do we like? We've got this like brown, we've got a gray, we've got more of a red, we have white, and we have black. I think I like this one. You're in the middle of Queen of Shadows. You've been going slower because you haven't been paying attention at work. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I've been barreling through Queen of Shadows myself to kind of like keep pace with you all, and so I remember what all is going on. And I'm like remembering how much more I liked the series after Heir of Fire. And how much like how I like it so much better after Heir of Fire. Okay, chat, what do we think about color? I'm kind of leaning towards this one, personally. I think I like that the best. Do you agree? Yes, you agree. You're excited over the new Avatar show. It looks like they're sticking more to the original. The characters look the way they are supposed to. Is that Avatar: The Last Airbender? I'm not familiar with that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that one. Okay, we'll do this, and then let's do... So I think what we'll do on the inside, okay. Now I realize I'm gonna take these out. I just need to be able to see inside the house. So we're gonna help me remember to take these out. We're gonna put these little saucer lights inside here so I can see what I'm doing. And then we'll remove them, but I just need to be able to see because I can't see right now. So I want to do the same on the... Okay, so I want to do this on the interior, exterior walls. That makes sense. So like the walls that are like would be the exterior, like the outer shell of the house, we will do with this. And then the same thing for this over here, and then we'll do the same for the exterior of the barn. But then I want to do like plaster or something on the inside, or wood maybe. Because they wouldn't necessarily have done stone walls on the interior. And I have a few wood options. With CC, but then we've got like that. Shout if you're seeing any of this wood that like looks good. Ooh, we could do that has like some wood and plaster. I mean, it kind of looks like it might be in the barn, but we could potentially do that one. I feel like those are too wide. And I don't necessarily know that I like these. I mean, I don't know if I want the CC stuff, to be honest with you. There's also that from Tiny Living. I wish that was darker, but that doesn't have another swatch. What about this one? That's like too perfect. Oh, we could do like this, like vertical planks like this. Or we could do horizontal planks. Okay, what do we think? We got a few options. I like the darker color though of this, I think. I want it to be darker. Ooh, thank you, Speckle. You like the vertical panel more than the horizontal? Okay. Do you like the ranch one? It looks a little more rustic, doesn't it? M. Night Shyamalan did a live action movie back in 2020 of Airbender, and it was bad. The original was animated. I knew the original was animated. I guess I don't remember the M. Night Shyamalan one. Yeah, I think the vertical plank, yeah, it does look more modern. Yeah, I think that honestly, I think a lot of oops, not what I wanted to do. I think a lot of the stuff from the ranch or the ranch, yeah, the ranch pack we're gonna use in this. You like the vertical one better. Oh wait, you said vertical. I did the horizontal. Oops. Let me fix this. There we go. I like the horizontal or the vertical one better. It matches the other room in the yeah. Well, that was an example. There we go. This is better. Horizontal is this. This is vertical. Or no, that's vertical. This is vertical, horizontal. I think you're right. The vertical looks more old style. Yes. I did have that. I don't know though that works. Up and down, not side to side. Yes, we're doing up and down. Up and down. And Toots needs pickles. Pickles are good. Okay, we've got an ad break starting in 1 minute. So we're gonna do a tater hunt. And we'll hold off on our building while the ad runs. And we can chat a little bit too while we do. I think I'm gonna end up using a lot of stuff from the Horse Ranch pack, to be honest with you, because my preference really is to use in-game stuff as much as possible, because CC stuff can get kind of weird, and there is like a certain degree of continuity within like the stuff from game. So I think I'm gonna use a lot of the Horse Ranch stuff as we're building this. Just because it looks so good and it has that rustic feel and that old style feel to it. So I think I'm gonna use a lot of that. You have pickle flavored pretzels. They are yum. Pickle flavored pretzels. I like pickles. I don't know how I feel about pickle flavored pretzels though. You're so picky with your pickles, it has to crunch or you don't like it. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, a floppy pickle isn't good. I'll just stop right there. Go back to building. The ad's over. We need some doors and we need some floors. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's do wooden flooring, because we're gonna let them have wood floor instead of like a dirt floor. It's not gonna be quite that bad. They're not gonna be quite that peasant. And I do want to use this from Horse Ranch because it's good. It's just good. The Horse Ranch pack, so good. We can have the outhouse floor be dirt though. That can be dirt and not wood. And then we're gonna do the same thing in here. And I'm gonna actually remember to do a ceiling. I forget that we have like the ceiling option, and I always forget to put in ceilings. Like always. Anyone else do that now that we have ceilings? You forget to put in the ceilings? Or is it just me? Am I the only one that forgets that those exist? Oh, and then I didn't put it over here. You forget them too. Yeah, it's like people wanted ceilings for so long, and then we get ceilings, and then I don't remember that they are there. I want you to be horizontal like that. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Ah, not basement. Back down. You can't wait until you get the horse pack. Oh, you don't have it yet? It's a good pack. It's a good pack. The horses are really well done. And The build buy, it's so good. Like I really love the build buy a lot. It really does have that rustic feel to it. And so I really, really like it. A lot. A lot, a lot. We forget because we aren't used to having them. You don't build much, that's why you don't remember. I wouldn't say I build a lot. I build a fair amount. As part of gameplay. Like, I rarely get into game and I'm like, I'm just gonna build. Like, I don't really do that. But yeah, I definitely forget that it's there. Congrats to everybody who found taters on their tater hunt. You're more casting gameplay. Yeah. I build for gameplay. I don't necessarily build just to build. Occasionally, I feel I will build just to build, but not very often. Okay, I'm looking at doors. Trying to decide what we're gonna do for a door here. We've got the cottage doors. Maybe we just do this door. I think this is a good door. Also, they wouldn't necessarily have a lot of windows. So let's put this door here, and then let's put one over here on the outhouse as well. And then I like that they gave us these like very like, they're like worn looking doors. I like that we have those now. So let's add these here to the bedrooms. And then we need the barn door over here from Horse Ranch. What do we think? Should we do open barn door or closed barn door? I think we have a close. Actually, we maybe should do open. You're back. Welcome back. Yeah, I think we should do open. That way the horse can go in and out without it being like an issue. And the horse can just kind of like do their thing. Okay, and then we need some windows. Thank you for the lurk, Rainbow. There are like, where are they? There's like these that have a very cottage feel to them. But I feel like, let me sort by Horse Ranch. There's also these. That I think could work for us. Because they wouldn't necessarily have had, I don't know that they would have had glass. So maybe we do these for windows. And do we put windows in the bedrooms? Do we think? Because there wouldn't be, again, windows were not like a huge thing. You like that, Brick? Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I feel like it's working out. You're tabbed out setting OBS. Very good. I'm trying to decide if we put windows in the bedrooms. And if we do like a glass window for the bedrooms, or if we stick with this open like barn window. Toots, my historical person. What do you think? While we're thinking about that, I'm gonna pop a couple of these over here on the barn. Well, okay, we'll put them on this side of the barn. Makes no sense to put them on the other side of the barn because we've got something there. I think we're gonna end up finishing this. You always put windows. Oh, right. Good call. You're right about the lighting. Should we do the open windows or should we do these? with the window, with the panes in them. That's not right. That's not the right window. We'll do a little one. Actually, no, we won't put one in the bathroom. That's what I'm thinking. These would be more realistic. It was. Glass was very expensive. And if this was like their starter house, then they probably wouldn't have had glass. And we wouldn't have any in the outhouse either. So, okay, I think we'll do that. Now let's get our roof sorted here. Oh, I don't want that. I do want the thatch roof. I think I want the darker thatch because we have lighter like stone. So let's do the darker thatch and then let's get the hangy down bits. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to do, I wanted to get the columns over here. And the horse ranch columns, perfect for this. Because they're so rustic. They are perfect. Okay. Okay, so we've got we've got the hard part for me done, which is like the exterior stuff. And oh, we can do, I think the last thing that we'll do before we wrap things up is let's get some fencing around where we're gonna put the animals. So we have some, okay, we've got a few options for fencing that I think are good. We've got this one, although that's not the color I want. I want the dark brown. We've got this from Cottage Living. We have like this paddock fencing from Horse Ranch that's a little taller. Or we have like this log fencing. I think those are our best bets with fencing because they wouldn't have had like metal or stone fence. I mean, they maybe potentially could have had like stone, but I feel like they probably would have done wood. That would have been more reasonable and like less labor intensive. So which one of these fencings do you think we should do to our exterior here? And gates might make a difference too. We've got like, this is the gate. Got like this gate. I don't know what gate you'd put on that one, to be honest with you. There is, and then there's this gate. Yeah, I don't know what gate I would put on that, honestly, because this one feels too small. Like that's not the right gate. I don't know what the gate is that's supposed to go with that. And that's too big. This? The steel one, maybe. I honestly don't know what gate we would use. So maybe we'll rule out that one, because I don't know what gate to use with that one. Okay. Okay, so do we like the ranch one or the cottage living? Since we're kind of blending both of them. The left one better? Yeah, that's the cottage living one. Toots likes the ranch one. I actually think I like the cottage living one better. I like, I like the gate for the ranch one better than the cottage living gate. I wonder if I can do the ranch gate on the cottage. Is it gonna let me? There we go. What if we do the ranch gate with the cottage living fence? I think that works. Let's do that. Okay, let's get rid of these. And then let's get our fencing up around the animals. And I like this dark wood here. Okay, so let's go up here and we will draw our fence. Gonna come off the back of the barn here. We gotta go around our chicken coop like this. Perfect. We can also put we can get like mini sheep and goats to go in here. Oh yay! I like that. That's cute. And then let's do this as our gate, like about here. Okay, so we've got that set up. I think that we're gonna, let's save the game. I'm also going to save it's not done. I'm saving it to my library just in case something weird happens and it like vanishes on me. I would not be happy. So let's kind of wrap this up here, I think, because I'm gonna have to get going to take the boy to swim. So we'll kind of like pause here. And then I think what we'll do on Thursday, we'll finish building our little cottage ranchy farm thing that we've got going. Hopefully Brazen Lotus's update gets out and I can put that stuff back in my game and we can use that to kind of furnish some stuff. That would probably be a good thing. So we'll plan that for Thursday, if that sounds good to everybody. And we'll kind of keep going with this. This is kind of making me excited to play The Sims again, so I'm glad that you all voted to do this, because it is making me feel more excited about playing The Sims. So I'm glad that we did that. So, Speckle, when are you starting your stream? Are you gonna start soon? Because I'm kind of thinking we could just raid into you. Surprise! Because I can raid into you and raid and run, and I don't feel bad about it. Okay, you're gonna start now? Perfect. Then that's gonna be the plan. We're gonna raid Speckle. Speckle is launching her Minecraft server. So we will hold on until she gets started. So we will head over there. Yeah, you know nothing. You're gonna be shocked. So yeah, so the plan will be Thursday, we will keep building. And if we get done building, then we will work on making our family. So when I make the family, what I want to do is I'm going to make his parents. So we'll make Anthony's parents, who are, Martin and Alice were Anthony's parents. So we're going to make them, and then we will generate Anthony off of them. So he will genetically be connected to them. And then, so we'll have some setup to do with all of this as well, with like the families. Then, ooh, I gotta think about how to do this. There's 3 of them. No, that'll work. Okay, so we'll make Anthony's parents and we'll make Anthony. Okay, and then we'll make Charlotte's parents. So Charlotte's parents, I've got their names already set up. So Augustus and Helena are Charlotte's parents. So we'll make Augustus and Helena. And then we will make their kids come off of them genetically. So their children are Ambrose is Charlotte's brother, and then Rachel is Charlotte's sister. So we'll make Ambrose, Charlotte, and Rachel from them. And then we will have Anthony and Charlotte then married in Cass. And then we'll move them into a lot. We'll break the families, or we'll separate them out, right? We'll break the families apart. We'll just like move them into an empty lot to start with. We'll break the families apart. We'll move the Talbots, so Charlotte's family, into that big manor house that my daughter had decorated. And then we will kill off Anthony's parents because they're dead. So we will kill off Anthony's parents. And then we will move Anthony and Charlotte into this. Surprise, you're still awake, you're gonna lurk. No worries, we're wrapping up stream anyway, River. So we're gonna raid over into Speckle because she's starting her stream. Because I have to go take my son to swim. So we're wrapping things up. So that's kind of my plan for how we'll make the Sims. And then that way we'll have all of those things like incorporated and worked into Charlotte and Anthony as we're going forward. And then their parents will actually like show up in their family trees as well. They won't just be like imaginary people. We'll actually have them there. We will have to kill off Anthony's parents though, right? So we will have to kill them off, unfortunately. But then we can start to plan them. Ad will run in the first 2 minutes. Okay. But I'm not, it'll take a couple minutes before I end anyway, so we should be good. Did you start? I think I saw you started. Yeah, you did. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking. Does that sound good? Think that works? That way there's like a little bit of depth. And we can also, I have some townies in mind that I've imported from other saves that will be like our townie people that we will move into the houses, and we can import them maybe and dress them as well. And then it'll probably be next week before we start gameplay, because Friday we'll go back and we'll play Dreamlight Valley and keep doing Dreamlight Valley on Fridays. Fridays are gonna, I think, be my like other game day where we can like do some other stuff. It's been Dreamlight Valley, but yeah. So, does that sound good? Sound like a plan? But thank you everybody for being here, for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of your time. I think that this time streaming after I get the boy from school is working. It works for me, at least until I can go back to like my normal stream time. But that won't be until after my daughter's classes end, or she gets her driver's license and can drive herself, which the classes may end before that happens. Hard to say. But I think that this is working. And yeah, it makes things a little bit tight as far as like I have to kind of drop quickly to go like take him to swim, but it's working. Yes, they're a little bit shorter on Mondays, but that's okay. But I'm starting to get excited about this now and getting into gameplay with all of it. So I'm starting to get excited. So thank you. You guys have inspired me and gotten me excited. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you for all of the follows, for all of the redemptions, all of those things. We are getting closer to our Potato Quest stream. And also as a reminder, Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday here in the US. So Sunday is the crafting stream. So we're going to do some cross stitch on stream. I'm looking forward to this. I think it'll be really fun. But thank you for being here. If you've been chatting, lurking, doesn't matter. I appreciate you all just the same. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. We're going to go raid Speckle and have a wonderful evening. And I will see you all on Thursday. And we will do more in this. So feel free to stick around for the raid. Oh, raid messages. If you're a subscriber, you can copy and paste that one. If you are a follower, you can copy and paste that one. We will go send some love to our dear friend Speckle, who is my real life bestie. And we will go spread some love. So thanks everybody. Love you all. I will see you on Thursday.